Daily, quote, "We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them," by Albert Einstein. Please subscribe to our channel to refresh your day by exploring this world.
Did you know that more than 5 million tourists visited Russia in 2019? While that may seem like a lot of people, Russia is a country that many people never visit. Russia is the perfect travel destination to experience delicious food, interesting culture, and beautiful architecture. Are you thinking about traveling to Russia? If so, there are some facts you need to know before you go. 1. Russia is the largest country by landmass. Based on the total landmass, Russia is the largest country in the world. That is excellent for travelers because that means there is plenty to explore. The total landmass of Russia is 6,601,665 square miles. That is equal to 11% of the world's total landmass. For comparison, the next biggest country is Canada at 3,855, 101 square miles. 2. The world's longest railway is in Russia. Did you know that the longest railway in the world is in Russia? The Trans-Siberian Railway extends from Moscow to Vladivostok. A total of 5,772 miles. If you want to take your time and travel around Russia by train, the Trans-Siberian Railway makes it easy. The Trans-Siberian Railway even connects to China and Mongolia if you have the desire to visit those countries as well. 3. Russia is home to a lot of famous literature. If you are someone that loves literature, you probably know that Russia is home to some of the best and most esteemed writers. A few of the great Russian authors include Alexander Pushkin, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Ivan Turgenev, and Vladimir Nabokov. Many famous literary writers have a museum dedicated to them that you can visit in Russia. 4. Siberia makes up a majority of the land. Did you know that Siberia makes up 77% of the Russian Federation? Siberia is a large region in northern Russia. While it makes up 77% of the land, only 20% of Russian people live in Siberia due to the harsh conditions. Siberia reminded us a lot of Canada, and people were so friendly and welcoming. If you love to get off the beaten path while traveling, you should visit Siberia. 5. Russians have plenty of superstitions. Another interesting fact about Russia is that, in general, Russians tend to have many superstitions and traditions. One of the most common traditions is to only give flowers in odd numbers. Many Russians believe that an even number of flowers are only for cemeteries. If you give a Russian an even number of flowers, they may take it personally. If you put your clothes on inside out, the Russians believe you will be beaten. 6. Russia has one of the world's busiest metros. The metro station in Moscow is the 4th busiest metro station in the world. The only busier metro stations are in Seoul, Shanghai, and Tokyo. More than 2 billion people ride the metro each year in Russia. One of the best things about Russia having a busy metro is that it makes it easier for locals and tourists to get home. There are trains for almost everywhere you could want to go. 7. Tetris was invented in Russia. Many people don't know that the game, Tetris, was invented in Russia. In 1984, Alexei Pajitnov developed the first version of Tetris for the Electronica 60 computer. The game quickly caught on and spread By 1987, the game was released in Europe and North America. Is that it makes it easier for locals and tourists to get home, and it became one of the most popular computer games in the world. 8. Russians learn not to smile. Another one of the best Russian facts is that Russians learn not to smile while growing up. While smiling in many cultures is a sign of happiness and friendliness, Russians don't view it that way. To Russians, smiling is a sign of weakness and not showing one's true feelings. Russians do smile at people they know well and care about, but not at strangers as many other cultures do. If you smile at a Russian on the street, don't expect them to return the favor. We found that many Russians smiled and waved back while driving in Russia. 9.54% of the Russian population is female. There is a big difference between the male and female population in Russia. While females in Russia make up 54% of the population, males only make up 46%. Why is there such a big difference in the population? In World War II, when 25 million Russian soldiers died during the war, while there is no longer a war going on, men still have a much shorter lifespan. Men often fall victim to hunting accidents, poor healthcare, and too much vodka. 10. Folk dancing is a tradition in Russia. Folk dancing is an important part of Russian history and Russian culture. Karovod is one of the most common types of Russian folk dancing. This style of dance consists of people dancing in a circle while holding hands. Russians perform folk dances at festivals, markets, and in the theater. If you get the chance to travel to Russia, be sure to attend a Russian folk dance performance to learn more about the culture and traditions of Russia. 11. There are 20% of the Earth's trees are in Russia. If you are someone that loves nature, this is a fact you will enjoy. Around 20% of all the trees in the entire world are in Russia. That ends up being around 640 billion trees. Many of the trees are in remote areas of Siberia. They are part of wild, untouched forests that are too cold to travel to. These untouched forests are home to the endangered Siberian tigers. 12. Russia is home to the coldest village in the world. Russia has harsh winter, so they are home to the coldest village in the world. Winters in Oynokon, Russia average minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest recorded temperature in Oynokon is minus 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Living in these harsh temperatures comes with its fair share of disadvantage. If you want to take a trip to the coldest village in the world, it won't be easy. To get there, you first need travel to Yakutsk for a 2-day car ride to Oynokon. 13. Russia sold Alaska for $7.2 million. In 1897, Russia sold Alaska to the United States for only $7.2 million. With inflation, that is around $120 million today. At the time, Russia needed the money, and there weren't many Russian settlers living in Alaska. 14. Russia has 11 time zones. Did you know that Russia is so big, but it has 11 different time zones? Even though Russia has 11 time zones, it still isn't the country with the most time zones. France has the most time zones due to all the small islands. If travel across Russia, you will get jet lag without even leaving the country. 15. Lake Baikal has more water than any other lake on Earth. Located in Siberia, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake in the world by water volume. It contains 23% of the world's freshwater and has more water than all of the Great Lakes in North America combined. Please help subscribe to our channel and click on the ring for more exploration videos. Thank you.